Hello everyone and welcome to our Friday night main story questline here at Grey Ogre Games' Final Fantasy card game. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside Desmond Lightning Ong.
Hello.
Mono Lightning.
Why
Pull the mic towards you. No, like
Okay.
get all this see all this wired equipment. Nowadays we all gotta go like digital, just like I don't know, it's just Bluetooth everything. Anyway,
Yeah.
watching the match here between Ong Ling Kong and Brian Tan. You've seen them play a lot. These guys play a lot. Like I think the FF community in Singapore is large, but you will still know most of the players.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a fantastic
It's a
thing.
very friendly community.
Yeah, I agree. Lincoln here gonna take a mulligan and draw the next 5 cards. Brian here, I think, mulling over his hand. I think he's gonna keep it. A Devout, Shantoto, what's the other two?
Titan, Renewal.
Renoa. What's that last card in his hand?
I'm not so sure too.
Okay, anyway.
Right.
Maybe a monk. Is that a monk? Oh no, it's a Titan and it's what you call it?
Golem, I think.
Golem, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a Golem.
On Lincoln's side, Lincoln looks like he's playing mono ice. No, he's
That's
also
a
playing
mirror.
ice.
Oh,
Cool. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Hey. Ice.
Earth.
Ice Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starts off with a Tama, and Brian here gives up that Renoa for the Devout, but of course he can get back the Renoa later on with the Devout. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Let's see, the comments working? Yes, Felix Sanjaya saying it works. Thank you, it does work. Because our other, the strange enough, Facebook got to get on their game because I want to take a screenshot of like what we're seeing on our side, which is basically a black screen.
I see.
Yeah,
it
and
is.
it's like I'm not quite sure whether it's streaming or not, but hopefully it all comes out. Lincoln here doing a really fast start on Shulk, turn 2 Shulk, dropping the
Ursula.
What's her name? Ursula,
Yeah.
and causing Brian to discard a card, which he does. I think that's the
The one that
don't know,
searches for
yeah.
a FF7 character.
yeah. Jesse here hits the battlefield and able to look for that Vincent. Vincent, pretty good. Would you play like Yuffie, the 2 mana Yuffie, just in this deck, just because you play Vincent?
I think Yuffie is a very good card that enables Vincent to attack without having to down.
Yeah. Let's bring up Yuffie. We haven't seen her yet, and she's actually a wind type character. But yeah, like you were mentioning, it is a very powerful card that does enable the Vincent. So if you control Vincent, the cost for playing Yuffie is 0. So it's free.
It's free.
It's green.
Yeah.
It's win, but it's free. And then the card name Vincent you control, just gains plus 1000 power, but it also gains Brave, and I think Brave is what sets the Vincent apart, because you can attack and then use the
Death penalty.
Death penalty. Yeah. Strong card.
It's a very strong card. Okay, it seems like Brian is
Taking some
the back
damage.
foot.
Yeah. But he's got to fire off that Shantoto soon.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's going to do that. So let's see. Well, he can do it. He can do it later. He can develop his board a bit more. Get Lincoln to try to overcommit, and then after that, Brian can just like sweep the board. So maybe he puts down one more. Oh no, he's gonna go for it. Okay, so Shantoto here gonna get rid of the entire board. I thought he could, he could wait.
It's not a
little
bad
bit.
decision at this point of time because he can devour something in.
Yeah, he can devour something back. But he didn't discard the Vincent. I'm surprised.
No, because it's the Opus 4 Vincent.
Is that Opus 4 Vincent?
Yeah, which will search for another Vincent.
Right.
Yeah, so at this point of time...
No, I thought he would discard the other Vincent, the Opus 2 Vincent, the Legend Vincent. And then after that, bring back the Legend Vincent and still have the Opus 4 Vincent in hand. Anyways, Chameleon here dropping at the end step, trying to get in as much damage as he can.
It's a very aggressive
This is
Ice Earth deck.
pretty aggressive. Oh, man. And yeah, some people forget Genesis. Genesis is a... can you type it in? Genesis for those of you who who are unfamiliar with the game, it's actually a FF7 card. Right, we forget. Sometimes
it's
we
from the
forget.
Crisis Core. He's the main villain in the Crisis Core game.
Crisis Core was the
PSP
the
version,
PSP. Oh, PSP. Okay, so
Yeah.
I didn't play PSP.
Oh.
I didn't play Crisis Core.
I remember I
So that's-
completed the game
God.
with Zack as the main protagonist.
So that's where Zack is from. Okay.
Yes.
I was wondering like where is Zack? I played what's that? The one with Vincent that goes around and
Dirge
shoots
Cerberus?
stuff. Yeah, Dirge of
Cerberus.
Cerberus. Whoa, that was a fun game. That was a really, really fun game. Let's see. Okay. So let's say a Delita versus a Scarmelion. I think the Scarmelion cannot lah.
But I'm suppose since Lincoln is playing an aggro deck, he should have means to deal with the Delita.
Yeah, well, he could, he can take one or 2 points of damage quite easily.
Yeah, at this point of time.
Yeah. And even though it's a mirror match, it looks like it's a very different type of
Version?
game. Oh,
Yeah.
Dada Luma. Okay, this is a cool new card. Let's look for
quite
Dada
a-
Luma. Yeah.
It's quite a powerful card.
Okay, so Dada Luma. Here we go. When Dada Luma is chosen by your opponent's summons or abilities, choose up to one forward opponent controls, then deal it 4,000 damage. Great. When it's dealt damage, choose up to one forward opponent controls, deal it 4,000 damage. And it's a 4 mana, like it's a 4 crystal point, 8,000 power. That's like standard vanilla.
Yep.
It beats the vanilla test, or passes the vanilla test. But I don't know how relevant are these abilities. Like,
If you are talking about the standard, which is the Elcid combo, so when Elcid comes to play,
Oh right, you have two guys targeting Dada Luma
and they deal damage too.
yeah,
So Dada Luma would
Okay.
deal back a total of 16,000
12,000,
damage.
16,000. Yeah.
Which will kill the LC combo. So it's an anti-LC combo card primarily.
Right.
Yeah?
That's why. Okay, so that's why it's so good. But well, it's great against lightning, but
It
it's
is.
not that great against like other.
Yeah, I suppose
other
it's not
combos.
so great.
I guess it's good against what's the name? What's that girl? Lulu. It's great against Lulu. Yeah, it's still a lightning card. I mean,
Yeah, it
okay.
is.
So
But
anything that's not lightning, what else is not lightning?
Probably red against fire decks.
Oh, fire decks,
Because fire
yeah,
decks
yeah.
deal damage and they target.
Right. Okay. So
Right.
your Bahamut's deal 8,000 damage and it targets. So Dada Luma's going to deal 8,000 damage to something, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay.
And you can split damage 4,000. So maybe that's slightly relevant.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Against an aggro deck with very small powers.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. So Ling Kong here facing down a Vincent and a Delita. Well, the legendary Delita, and man, whoa.
Oh, there was a Shiva there.
Yep, Shiva here to tap down two of Brian's guys. Well, it's not. Okay, so he flips over Renoa.
Because of the Delita's ability.
Yeah, beats in, reveals a Kafka, beats in, reveals a
He is indeed playing the
No,
Yuffie.
that's why you need the Yuffie, man.
Yuffie is so
is
great.
good. Yeah, Yuffie is great.
Right.
Like, it's so unassuming. It's just like it's what 4,000 power, and it's
5,000, I think.
or 5,000 power. So it beats activation of Dalaluma. Yeah. Okay, so what is Brian going to do here?
Brian looks like he's in trouble. 5 damage.
Yeah. But Ling Kong got a bit of. He should have like some things up his sleeve, so he might bring in the Celeste to tap down the Dada Luma, maybe.
Yep.
So let's see. Well, Scarmelion is easy to deal with, and the Yang.
Yang.
You can combo like you can party attack with the Scarmelion.
Yes.
But yeah, you're gonna lose both of them to trade for like one guy.
Yep.
So let's see.
Okay, Brian looks like
Oh,
he has some tricks up his sleeves.
Yeah, a Shiva there, Atomos as well.
Yeah.
Atomos, well, okay. How do you like Atomos now?
Atomos is very good in the Earth decks because they usually have very
They're very big
creatures.
creatures, right?
Yes. So Atomos is almost a guaranteed removal.
Yeah, but it's
I mean,
Oh,
Earth will take what they can take, and I mean, based on the removals that Earth has access to, Atomos is one of the best.
okay.
Mm.
Well, yeah, which is probably why you like to pair up like Earth with something else. But there was the mono Earth, all the mono Earth decks. Rauban is also a very relevant card.
I suppose both players should be playing Raban.
Yeah, the EX Burst Rauban, not the fight myself
They
Rauban.
might also
Both.
fight myself
Both,
Raban.
yeah. Beat
Right.
myself out Rauban,
Yeah.
but he's pretty good.
He's pretty good, yes.
Okay, so Lincoln here gets to deal 4,000 damage to... Okay, he actually gets to deal 8,000 damage to something.
No, I think it's 4,000 because it was a death penalty.
Oh, right, it's a death penalty.
So that no
okay.
damage is being dealt.
Okay.
Okay, so Lincoln is down to 1 forward,
Yeah.
facing down 2 fat forwards.
Yeah, it doesn't... Brian here has turned the tides a little bit, but...
Still remains to be
Let's see.
seen because he has taken 5 damage after all.
Yeah, and that can be quite... that's going to be relevant.
Yeah,
Especially with Tama on the battlefield.
yeah.
Lincoln here... Wow. He could use that Genesis. No, he doesn't have ice crystals. Okay, so Yang
Again.
passes the turn. What's the other 2 cards in his hand? So one's a Genesis and
I
the
see
other
a
one is...
Scarmeleon. The
Oh,
other
is there
version,
a
the
Scarmeleon?
Opus 3 Scarmeleon.
Ah, okay. So you might want to just give up that Scarmeleon.
Yeah.
Who
probably.
knows? He can still cast... by the way, he can actually still drop that... what you call it? The Genesis from his hand because he's got Tama.
Mhm.
Tama, let's bring up Tama. Tama is a great card. 2 mana, 2 crystal points, and fantastic card. I think the 7. What do you think about the 7 drop Tama? Like this is the 2 drop Tama, like 2 crystal points, and then X and tap. Or X and activate, then put Tama into the break zone and play 1 character with cost X or less from your hand onto the break zone.
Yep.
What do This is a powerful effect.
It
It
is.
definitely catches your opponent off guard. In the Earth decks, it's usually I Tama out at instant speed a Shantoto,
Yeah.
and then wipe your board, and then
Correct.
like ha 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 ha, and
Or
then
any
laugh
other
at you.
shenanigans that they can think of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering, how do you find the 7 drop Tama? Let's take a look at the 7 drop Tama.
So for the 7 drop Tama, it's actually quite a good card, but I think I'm quite concerned with the 7 cost. It's quite
Yeah.
costly.
Man, yeah, it is quite a large, it's quite an investment that you have to pay. And I don't like that it only brings back an Earth forward. I wish you
Yeah.
could bring back like Earth forward. Like Earth has very, very strong forwards. Like you can bring back that Delita over and over and over
Or
again.
Vincent, yeah.
Or the Vincent, yeah.
Right.
Especially the 5 drop Vincent.
Yes.
You can bring it back over and over again. But yeah, it costs 7 and
The second ability is good, but if you look at it closely, it comes to play down. And that is a very big problem. And you can only do
Yeah.
it during your turn
you can only do it during a turn.
And
Yeah, that's
just wasting
that's-
1 turn.
So I'm okay. I definitely want to try to build a deck with this Tama around, but we'll see. All right, Lincoln here dropping an Onion Knight and then follow that up with a Japal. And so all his guys are humongous right now.
Right.
His Onion Knight is 9,000. Scarmeleon is 8,000. So it starts with a Yang, which is now a 9,000 character, I believe. Yang is 5k, right? Let's Yang Yin Yang
Yin Yang.
Yang
Let's
Yang
go with
Yang.
the American
The
pronunciation.
American Yang. Okay,
Yang.
so it's 9,000 with the buff from Japal. And Scarmeleon here gets in. Scarmeleon as 9,000 as well. And does Brian want to take the damage? Because, next turn he's going to get overrun. But if he blocks now, it doesn't feel like it's it's too, I don't think there's any value in blocking right now.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think you can take the damage, and then just pray that Lincoln here doesn't have a Shiva next turn.
Yeah.
And Brian agrees with the sentiment, takes the point of damage as a Dada Luma off the top. What he needs now is maybe a board wipe, possibly. Oh, a Celeste. Is that a Celeste? No.
See Genesis.
That's a Genesis.
Emperor. That new seat from Opus. He's discarded that. He's gonna play a Genesis now.
Yeah, Genesis, and then probably crack your Devout to bring back Renoa, possibly.
Yes.
Alright, Genesis takes out the Japal because that's the largest thing on the board. Alright, that's the Galuf guy. Emperor Galuf? No, I forget what's the... So what's the best play here? Alright, gonna attack in first.
Oh
no, no,
my God.
not cool. Not cool. Junabat off the top. Lincoln there, very, very, very lucky. Looking through the chat, Joseph McCutcher saying, Brian's deck looks a lot like what I've built. Awesome. And yeah, Vincent Death Dance or Death Penalty is definitely OP. Vincent actually a very OP card.
It is a very good card.
And if you guys know the Final Fantasy, like the Opus, right, is based off this other Final Fantasy card game series called Chapters.
Yeah, Chapters.
And if you did not play, I went to, I don't know why, but I did look up like Vincent's, the Opus, the Chapters version of Vincent. And it is crazy powerful. You basically can't kill, like you almost cannot kill Vincent. Like, that's how powerful this stupid set is. Like, why is this game even exist? Well, it stopped already, right?
Yeah, it's been remade, which I think is a good decision.
Yeah. I think remaking the game and then getting it published, to more countries is awesome. And I hope that the FF community starts growing. Or I hope that there's a big, soon to be a big FF community. Okay. Still Brian's turn, right? Or is it Lincoln's turn now?
I think it's Lincoln's turn.
Okay, so Lincoln digging deep in the tank. Yeah, one thing I gotta advise Lincoln on is not getting stuck in this thing called the loop. We tend to think there are no judges here. Not like in Magic. I'm a Magic judge.
Yeah.
And like if I see stuff like this, I usually walk up to the person and like tell him, "Hey, dude, you're playing slow.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pick up the pace because you enter this thing called the loop, and what happens is that you start doing A, so you start considering A, and then you consider B, and then you consider C, and then you consider A again, as if you didn't consider A the last time before, and then you go A, B, and C, and then you try to figure out like, oh, what's the best line and stuff like that, and so you just keep going A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, and to you, time, you're doing it at lightning speed. Or it seems to you you're doing it at lightning speed.
Yeah.
Oh, all these possibilities, I cannot keep up with myself. I'm like, oh. Actually, you're taking a really long time. Your opponent, on the other hand, is sitting across the table. So you might be taking a moderate or a reasonable amount of time. But your opponent, sitting on the other side of the table is like, wow, why is it so slow? For him, like, time has slowed down.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, why are you going so slowly?
Especially when Lincoln has only 2 cards.
Yeah.
And only 2 active forwards.
Yeah.
So the line of play is not so much.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
So
like you don't have that many options at the end of the day, but you still got to consider it. And my only advice for players who do play a bit slow is don't play on your turn, play on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
Because we have this saying in the Magic Judge community, bro, the board didn't just appear.
Yeah.
The board was you were there when this board grew to the maximum to the size it is or the condition it is right now. Okay.
Probably with experience, the players will be able to develop this thing where they can actually think a few steps ahead.
Yeah.
A few turns ahead even.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's a fantastic skill. Like you have to be able to see on the other side of the table like what's happening.
Correct.
Okay, so Brian here able to drop a Joan Abat. And he's going to swing in with a Genesis.
You should make Lincoln discard the card.
Yeah, well, Lincoln, I don't think he should block anyway. And he's got a Genesis of his own, which he cannot cast.
He discarded the Genesis.
Did he discard the Genesis?
I think he did.
Okay.
Yeah. Somehow.
So yeah, well, I see the other Chameleon in the graveyard already. Yeah. So...
I mean, it depends on whether Lincoln thinks that he needs the cards in his hand. Yeah, but if he blocks, it's quite a waste of resource.
I know, yeah, and then it's, once that one's down. Okay, so here's the thing: if Lincoln doesn't block, Brian stops attacking, right? Because Lincoln has discarded a card. He's given up one resource from his hand. But if Lincoln here blocks, right, Brian is just going to swing in with that Renoa.
Yes.
And yeah, just maybe he won't swing in the Renoa because. Well, if he's going to play something else, then it's okay. But maybe he won't swing into Renoa because if Lincoln here draws the Opus 3 Shiva, where you tap down 2 creatures, you dial 2 creatures, then Brian's dead. So
that's right. I think it depends on what Lincoln is going to do next. Of course, he's taking a while to think about it. There's probably only 2 lines of play: block or not to block.
Block or don't block, right?
Yeah, correct. I mean, it also depends on the cards in his hand, I
correct.
suppose.
And it also depends on your deck because, unlike games like Magic the Gathering, well, Magic the Gathering, you also play to your outs. You're always thinking like, okay, what's my best draw? What's the best play here? But more so in Final Fantasy. And that's why I love this game so much because it puts that aspect of the game on hyper mode, or like, it makes it... not accentuates it, but it focuses in on it, and you have to figure out, okay, what's the top card of my deck? Okay, if I'm going to take damage, the top card's irrelevant, but what's the best thing that I can flip off the top card of the deck? Does it have EX burst?
Yeah.
So what's the percentage of EX burst that you have left in your deck?
Correct.
What's the most live draw that you're going to have? And, all these questions should be racing through your head, but of course, it should be racing through your head, and then after you make a decision.
Yeah.
So, Right. Well, I feel very bad like bashing Lincoln, but yeah, I gotta...
Yeah, I mean, we can...
after the game,
advise him a little bit.
Advise him to...
But actually, before the casting, he has already told me that he will be playing slowly.
Oh no, oh no. Is there a new deck that he's playing? I know he's playing like Fire.
Yeah, he played Fire the other time.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's a new deck that he's slowly thinking about.
Okay.
But I suppose you can extend some time.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the benefit of Brian.
Yeah, it's okay. So he gives up 1 card, which is a monk, and the top card was the Kefka. Okay, so best draw here from Lincoln would be Shiva. The tap 2 Shiva. That's it.
Yes, and because Brian is now to
he's at 6. Yeah, he's the last point of damage. Like, I'm not quite sure why Brian didn't play the other creature. He's got Atomos in hand, which is okay.
I would think that he is setting up for the Atomos.
Yeah, but Atomos only gets rid of 1 guy.
Suppose that's right.
So, if Lincoln here, drew like the Shiva, okay, he needs to draw a Shiva and then a blue, another ice card. Yeah. Because there's no ice backups on Lincoln's side of the table.
Maybe Brian is playing the odds. Because if he did not attack the other turn, he is not progressing his board.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. But I don't know. I'm like...
It's a gamble sometimes. I think Brian is gambling.
No, it's too much of a gamble. It's really too much of a risk.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't... Unless I, So the other thing is that I would Atomos my Renoa.
Is it possible?
In response, yeah. I don't know. Let's check. Let's check Atomos. Atomos. Okay, so...
okay, yeah. We can actually destroy your own Renoa.
So
I suppose that's why he managed to attack.
I would have just swung in with everyone, man. And it's like,
I suppose that's why the last turn he attacked with the Genesis. Because at any point of time, he could have responded by atomosing his own Renoa.
Yeah.
And he'll be quite safe.
That's a cool thing that he can do. So right now, right, he can... Okay, if it's Brian's turn, is it Brian's turn?
I think it's back to Brian's turn.
Okay, so Joan Abat came down on the other side of the table, tapped down the the Vincent and the Genesis. Looks like Raoban's gonna come. Nope.
Summoner first?
Is that Summoner? Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3 mana Summoner.
Summoner is good because he can stop anything that Ling Kong is gonna do, including Shiva.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No, but it enters the battlefield
if
tapped.
I'm not wrong, it's the
Is that
one
just sacrifice?
that is the one ice element and sacrifice. One ice crystal, sorry.
And then that's a new one, right? Summoner. This is
It's an old card.
what's the Ice Summoner? Ice Summoner. Don't you wish this was like touchscreen and you can just
Yeah.
so much easier? Oh yeah. Choose one summon, cancel
it's like a
effect.
backup
Okay.
plan where if there's a Shiva indeed, he can do something.
You can do something about it. Yeah. Okay.
But otherwise, can always automos his own.
At the most, the
Renoa. And Renoa is such a good card.
Yeah.
It's very versatile. You can do a lot of things with it.
So Renoa is too powerful. Hands up, anybody in the chat who agrees with me. Renoa is just way too powerful.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even funny.
I suppose it's a good card for Ice because Ice is quite narrow in the tools that they have available. Unlike Lightning, where you have
You just
that
like
you
destroy
want.
everything.
Yeah.
Like
So-
either A, destroy everything, or just B, destroy everything with damage.
Yeah. So
And you can even tap stuff. What
Correct, it's
the
like-
hell?
I don't know what the designers are thinking.
No bounce. That's the only thing.
Uh,
Is there bounce in Lightning?
bounce?
No, right?
No, I don't think so.
There's Dull. I know there's Dull. There's Haste.
There's damage.
There's damage. There's Break.
Yeah, and there's remove from
Yeah, there's
battlefield, the
Exile.
right
Yeah.
hand.
There's, oh
my
my
god.
gosh.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Lightning.
No wonder you play Lightning. What the hell?
No, I play Lightning because of Lightning.
Lightning.
The beach.
Oh man. Hey, have you seen the okay, let's search up Lightning. Have you seen the new did you pre-order Dissidia?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The
Did
new
you pre-order the steelbook version?
Yes.
Oh.
can't
Where
see.
do you pre-order the steelbook from?
Courtesy of Chishan.com.
Wow.
I'm gonna advertise for them, even though they are not GOG. But they are doing a very good job trying to get the steelbook over to Singapore.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So they're actually doing a pre-order. So if you are keen on this promo, there are 3 promos here:
Yeah.
Lightning, Cloud, and Warrior of Light. You
yeah.
might want to head over to Chishan.com to actually do some pre-registration.
So this is the Opus 3 Lightning.
It is
Which, oh my gosh, it's good looking. It's so good looking, and I think you can put together the 3 cards. They form like a row. The other one is Warrior of Light. That's the Opus 1 Warrior of Light, the one that gives every standard unit plus 2,000
Yes,
and first strike. And the other one is
the
Cloud.
The Light
Opus
Cloud.
4, yeah.
Opus
4
1
Is it Opus 1 Cloud?
Yes, it's Opus 1 Cloud.
No.
It is.
No. What?
Yes, it is. That expensive crowd.
Oh man, I thought it was the Opus 4 Cloud.
No, it is the Opus 1 crowd.
Where is it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And they come in foils.
And it's foil, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a foil card.
So head on to Chishan.com to pre-order because if I'm not wrong, the Singapore stores, right, they will not
They
be
don't, they don't
carrying
take in the
this.
CE
Yeah. So
version.
Chishan has a deal somewhere and they are going to try to bring it in.
I hope so. I pre-ordered mine off of Play Asia.
I see.
Yeah, and there are some friends who are getting the collector's edition, and that's crazy. Oh my gosh!
It's good.
No, they get a collector's edition. Like, I don't really want these cards. I hope they take a look at the cards and then say, yeah, I want these cards.
And I want to play them.
Yeah, I want to play them. Yeah, because
get new players in.
holy crap, it's
nice.
yeah, okay, cool. Very nice card. Very nice card.
Yep.
Yeah, let us know, what you think of the new card arts. Let's see. So this one is. Let's see. Is it lightning? No. Where did we go? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then there's the lightning. Let's bring up the Warrior of Light one,
Yes.
shall we? That one's pretty.
It's the underwhelming one.
Is it the underwhelming one? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, there it is. Okay.
But I suppose they cannot give you everything.
Well, yeah, they can't. Well, they already gave you like the
Cloud,
the
that cloud,
legendary cloud. Yeah, exactly. And then
and
you
the
want
lightning.
So
Right.
it looks cool.
It looks cool, yeah.
And I would love to see it in foil because, the way they do the foils in Final Fantasy is the way that Magic used to do the foils, where you have 2 layers of printing. Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar with how print works, okay, you have every time you print in color, it's a 4-color print. Okay. So they print the background and then they print a foreground. So you see, if you look at Warrior of Light, the character itself and then the text box and the title and all that, that's the foreground. And so they're gonna do a or I hope they would, where the background, all that sandy portion that you see in the back, so that's all shiny. And then the foreground is all matte. It's just another print layer. Oh man. Oh man. I want the card so bad. I want it so bad.
Okay, we're gonna extend the time for Brian.
Yeah.
We are quite casual here.
Yeah.
So
relax,
we will let the players run through the course of the game.
Half an hour is a guideline, but that just means that there's more Final Fantasy for you guys. Joseph McCutcher is asking what's the procedure.
Because if we are going to really be strict with the timing, I suppose we will be advising Ling Kong to speed up.
Oh, it's a double loss. It's a double loss.
Yeah, but I mean, I will suppose that someone will ask Ling Kong to play faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, the game.
And that's the handshake, and
Brian managed to turn it around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good job, Brian.
Cool.
Well, yeah, he's got the big stuff, on the battlefield, and it's all good. Okay, we're gonna take a short break, like a really short one, while we line up the next few matches. I'll put you on a replay, so don't worry. But we'll be back very, very soon. Remember, you can find us on the stream every Fridays for Final Fantasy. If you watch Magic the Gathering, if you like playing Magic the Gathering, you can join us on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time, twitch.tv/GreyOGames. You can also catch the Twitch on, or you can also catch the stream on YouTube, our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GreyOGames, on Facebook, facebook.com/GreyOGames. So you can, you can join us in any way you want to. And we also upload the videos on YouTube after we're done. So youtube.com/GreyOGames. And come and visit our website or come and visit our Facebook, Alright, I'm gonna head out for a while, but we'll be right back, so don't go away.